Hey everyone, this is me Smita Anand and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. So this video is one of the most important video for class 10th students, which is area related to circle, sector and segment. So now let's start it. Well, before starting this chapter, we should know that what is circle. So circle is basically the set of points which are at a constant distance from a fixed point, which is commonly known as center of a circle. So as you can just see here, these are all the set of points and they all are at the equal or the same distance from a fixed point, which is known as center of circle. Fine. Coming to the next, which is circumference of circle. So circumference circle is equal to the perimeter of the circle, or you can just say the boundary of a circle. Fine. Coming to the next, radius of a circle. So radius of a circle is basically the line segment that joins the center of the circle to a point on the circle. So as you can just see here, this is what the center of the circle O, and A is a point that lies on the circle, and the line segment that joins this both point is known as the radius of circle. Coming to the next, chord of the circle. Chord of a circle is basically it is a line segment that joins any 2 points that lies on the circle. For example, C and D are 2 points that lies on the circle, and the line segment that joins both of the points is known as chord of the circle. Diameter of the circle. So diameter of the circle is basically a line segment. It is also chord only, but it always passes through center. Okay, and it is the longest chord of the circle, and the formula to find diameter of the circle is 2 times of radius. Okay, this 2 times of radius. Coming to the next, arc of a circle. Arc of a circle is basically the continuous piece of a circle. So as you can just see here, from A to B, it is a continuous piece of the circle and it is known as arc of the circle. And how do we denote any arc? AB, and you have to put this mark on that. So it is known as AB arc. Okay. Coming to the central angle. So central angle is basically an angle that is subtended by an arc at the center of the circle. So as you can just see here, AB is an arc and it subtends an angle theta at the center of the circle, and this is what known as the central angle. Coming to the next, arc. So there are basically 2 types of arc. Here, arc whose length is less than the arc of semicircle. So semicircle is basically the half of whole circle. So minor arc is the one whose length is less than the arc of semicircle. So as you can just see here, AB is an arc and it has the arc length less than this whole semicircle. Okay, and the major circle is just opposite. It has the length more than the arc of semicircle. Fine. So this is from B to A, it is the major arc, and from A to B, it is a minor arc. Fine. Coming to the next, sector of a circle. So sector of a circle is basically the region that is enclosed by an arc of a circle and its 2 bounding radii. So as you can just see here, this is what a sector. Why? Because it is bounded by 2 radii and AB, which is an arc. Fine. Well, sector are of 2 types, major sector and minor sector. So this is what the major sector. Why? Because it is major, and this is what minor sector. Fine. So this whole shaded part is known as minor sector and this whole part is major sector. Fine. Now we are going to talk about segment of a circle. See, segment of a circle is basically an area which is enclosed by an arc and a chord, including both the arc and the chord is known as segment of the circle. Suppose this is a this is a circle. So whenever we will draw an arc, this is what a chord. Okay, so let us take this chord AB and this arc AB. Fine. So this whole area which is enclosed by this chord and this arc, it is known as segment of the circle. Now it's the time to talk about the formulas which are related to circle, sector and segment. So see, first is perimeter or circumference of the circle, which is known by you all. Area is also known by you all. Area of semicircle, see, it is the half of the area of the whole circle. Okay, coming to the perimeter of the semicircle, pi r plus 2r unit. Area of ring, see, understand this formula. Suppose there are 2 circles having common center O. Okay, so as you can just see here, there are 2 circles which has the smaller one which has the small r as its radius, and the capital R is the radius of the larger one, and they both have the common center O. So how you will find the area of this region, this colorful region? How you will find? This is called a ring. So to find the area of this ring, pi bracket capital R square minus R square unit square. Fine. Coming to the next, which is length of the arc. See, this is a circle and the length of the arc is denoted by letter small l. Fine. So this is what an arc. So whenever it is telling to find the length of this arc, the formula will be theta by 360 into 2 pi r. Means the angle which is created divided by 360 into 2 pi r. Coming to the next, to find area of sector. See, there are basically two formulas to find the areas of sector. First, half of L into R, and second is theta by 360 into pi r square. Okay, here half into length of the arc into radius of the circle. Fine. Coming to the next, which is area of major sector. How to find area of major sector? So pi r square minus area of minor sector. Fine. Coming to the next, question practice. See, we will talk about the segment related, the formulas of segment later in the videos, and there are some useful results also. But first of all, we will do some question practice. So first question is telling that a sector is cut from a circle of radius 21 centimeter. The angle of sector is 150 degree. Find the length of its arc and area. See, this is a circle, okay, and the radius are given 21 centimeter and the angle that is subtended by this arc is 150 degree. So the thing is that to find the length of the arc and the area of the sector. So first of all, we will find the length of arc. Theta by 360 into 2 pi r. By subtending the values, you can get the answer 55 centimeter. Theta is 150 degree by here, and the radius is 21 centimeter. So we will put the value 21. Coming to the next, find the area of sector. See, to find the area of sector, we have got two formulas, half into L into R, and the another one was this. So we will not make our question lengthy. So we will just put the value of R and L, and you will get the answer 577.5 centimeter square. Fine. Now coming to the next question. An umbrella has 8 ribs which are equally spaced. Assuming umbrella to be flat circle of 45 centimeter, find the area between the two consecutive ribs of the umbrella. See, let us first understand what are ribs. So these are called the ribs. This is a rib, this is another rib, this is third rib. So these are all the ribs. So the question is telling that there are 8 ribs and they are equally spaced. Means the area of this is equal to area of this. Fine. And the angle which is created here is equal to angle created here, and such all angles that are created are equal. So since the question is telling that the ribs of the umbrella are equally spaced, so therefore to find the angle that are made up by two consecutive ribs means दो लगातार जो ribs हैं उनके द्वारा जो एंगल क्रिएट किया जा रहा है उसके बारे में हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. सो द एंगल मेड बाय टू कॉन्सिक्यूटिव रिब्स ऑफ एट द सेंटर इज 360 डिवाइडेड बाय 8. वाई? बिकॉज एट द सेंटर it creates 360 and we are going to talk about only one angle, so that's why we are going to divide it by 8 and we will get the 45 degree which is equal to the theta. This is what the theta, the value of theta. Coming to the next, area between the two consecutive ribs which the question is asking for. As you have got the value of theta, you have to put the value of theta here. So theta divided by 360, pi 22 by 7 and r is 45 centimeter because one of the rib, each and every rib is of 45 centimeter. Now coming to the next topic, some useful results. See, have you seen a clock? It has mainly 3 hands: minute hand, hour hand and second hand. But in this particular chapter, we are going to talk about only 2 hands, minute hand and hour hand. Fine. So see, if you just see in minute hand, it makes 360 degree in 60 minutes. Okay, so when a minute hand moves in 60 minutes, it creates the angle of 360 degree. So how much will it create in 1 minute? We will divide it by using unitary method. 360 by 60, you will get 6 degree. Similarly, angle which is described by hour hand in 12 hours. Here we are going to talk about hour hand. See, So in 12 hours it create 360 degree hour hand. So in 1 hour how much will it create? 360 by 12. So there will be 30 degree. Now we are going to talk about 1 minute. How much will the hour hand create angle in 1 minute? So see, have you get here 30 degree, and now in 1 hour there are 60 minutes. So we will divide it with 60. We will get 1 by 2 degree. Fine. Now we will solve this question, this topic relating with this sum of. So now we are going to solve some questions which are related to some useful results. So see, the question is telling that the length of the minute hand of a clock is 14 centimeter, and we have to find the area which is swept by, means that is covered by the minute hand in 1 minute. So see, what is given, that the length of a minute hand, that is radius, okay, it is 14 centimeter, and the minute hand, since we know that the minute hand rotates 6 degree in 1 minute, okay, so the area swept by the minute hand in 1 minute will be theta, here 6 degree. Why? Because in 1 minute it covers 6 degree. Okay, so 6 degree by 360 degree into 22 by 7, that is value of pi, and radius whole square. So radius into radius. So this is how you will get 10.26 centimeter square. Fine. Coming to the next, one more question is there. The minute hand of a clock is 10 centimeter long. Find the area of the face of the clock described by minute hand between 9 am and 9:35 am. See, first of all, see that 9 am to 9:35 am. How much minute is there? 35 minutes. Fine. So since we know that the minute hand makes or describes 6 degree in 1 minute, so the angle that will be described by minute hand in 35 minutes, we will multiply it by 6 degree. So we will get 210 degree. Fine. Which will be the value of theta here. Okay. So coming to the next, that is area swept by minute hand in 35 minutes, because this is what the question is asking from us. Fine. So the area swept by minute hand in 35 minutes will be theta by 360 into pi r square. So theta value is 210 degree by 360 into 22 by 7 into r into r. And this is how you will get the value 183.3 centimeter square. Fine. Now coming to the formula related to segment. See, the formula to find the area of segment is pi divided by 360 into theta minus sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2, and this whole part will be multiplied by r square, that means radius square. See, here we are talking about dividing only the value of theta by 2, not sin theta by 2. Fine, here only the theta will be divided by 2, and then we will substitute the value of sin theta. Fine. So see, there is one more formula to find the area of segment, which is pi r square theta minus 1 by 2 r square sin theta. So you can use any of these two formulas, both are correct. Fine. Coming to the next, as we know that there are two kinds of segment, major segment and minor segment. So to find the area of major segment, we have to use this formula, pi r square minus area of minor segment. Okay. Now we are going to do one question practice which is related by these two formulas. Means one of those formulas. So starting with this, find the area of the segment of a circle given that the angle of sector is 120 degree and the radius of the circle is 21 centimeter. So it is given that the angle of sector, that means value of theta, is 120 degree and the radius is 21 centimeter, and we have to find the area of PRQP, this shaded region. Okay, so we will just substitute these values, pi 22 by 7, theta 120 degree, and we will divide it by 360 degree, minus sin 120 degree by 2 into cos 120 degree by 2, and this whole part will be divided by 21 whole square. Now you have to just put the values here. You will get sin 60 degree, cos 60 degree. And when you will solve this further, this is what the value of sin 60 and this is what the value of cos 60. So when you will solve it, you will get the answer. First of all, what you will get here, 22 by 21 minus root 3 by 4 by solving this bracket 1. Now what you have to do is just multiply this 441 with both of them. So what you will get here, 22 by 21 into 441. Similarly, minus root 3 by 4 into 441. Now you have to just cut it. What you will get here? 462 minus, this will remain the same. Now what you have to do, I have just put it into one step. You have to do actually in two steps. So